What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over a really important topic, and that's going to be how you can improve and build soil for 100% free. Number one is going to be adding mulch. You can get mulch from the store. My preferred way to get mulch is to contact your local arborist and have them do a drop off. If you live in an HOA, that's probably not the best method for you. You'll probably have some neighbors complaining. There's other websites like Chip Drop where you could go ahead and order. I haven't had any success with that just because I'm kind of in a rural area, so there's not too many arborists around the area that use that service. I was able to contact one after like years of searching and was able to get one that will make drop-offs on me regularly. If you don't have access to mulch, your best bet would be to collect as many dead leaves as you can. I found somebody on Facebook that had some raked up leaves already. You'll be able to get these things for free if you're able to get some mulch from a local arborist, because they're gonna have to pay to take this to the dump. Another way to improve your soil is to plant legumes. So right here I got some jack beans, I got some pigeon pea, more pigeon pea, butterfly pigeon pea, and all of these are using nitrogen. They're taking the nitrogen from the air, and they go ahead and disperse that through their roots into the ground. And after about a year or so, you should notice the difference in the color of the soil underneath it. So you definitely want to go ahead and spread legumes as many as you can. You can get these for free. There's Facebook groups that you can join, or you can just go to the store and buy chickpeas, buy pigeon peas, any type of beans really, and just plant them. What you could do is soak them overnight and then plant them, but me, I just scatter them all over the ground. Sometimes I don't even like plant them inside the actual ground. I just throw them on top, and preferably when it rains, and they'll sprout in a couple of days. So that, along with mulching with your leaves or your wood chips, is definitely a great combination. Another method of improving your soil is chop and drop. So as you can see right here, I have these Mexican sunflowers. I don't know if you can tell, but the stump is in there. And I just chopped these down about 2 months ago, completely reset them down to the ground, and they're already sprouting back up. And all the biomass I just lay on the ground near the area where I just chopped it, and over time that's going to decay, and at first it'll add nitrogen as it's green, and eventually once it starts to die out and turn brown, that'll be the carbon that you're adding to your soil. Here's another Mexican sunflower that I did a hard reset on. As you can see, I just chopped and dropped right there. Another method of improving your soil is doing a hot compost pile. So right here I have my compost pile. You want to make sure you have an even ratio. You want to have either 60 to 70% carbon, and your carbon is going to be any dead branches, brown leaves, and then you want to add 30% of your nitrogen. So your nitrogen is going to be your greens, your fresh biomass, your green leaves, your food scraps, and every time I go ahead and add some browns, I'll go ahead and throw some greens and make sure I have like a 60 to 30% ratio, and I'll just kind of like lasagna layer it, and over time that's going to slowly break down and turn into rich black soil. So the final method that I'm going to go over is essentially the same as the hot compost pile, except this is, deeper in ground. I dug a pit about 4.5 feet deep, about 4.5, 5 feet wide, and I've just been filling this up with leaves, any logs. You can make biochar in here. I'll go over that in another video sometime. And as I prune all my fruit trees and jack beans and things, Mexican sunflower, that's really high in nitrogen with the biomass, I'm gonna go ahead and throw all of that on top, and that's just gonna basically have the same effect as a hot compost pile, but that's gonna help improve the soil deep underground. So eventually, once I start noticing these leaves are close to being fully broken down, I'll just go ahead and throw some sand over them, and eventually I'll plant a fruit tree or turn this into some kind of garden bed or something. And that's all I'm gonna go over for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this informational video. If it helps you, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that helps. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your weekend.